I was born in Sandersville, Georgia. But we didn't live in Sandersville long. My dad was a Baptist minister, and he moved the family to Dodge County, Eastman, Georgia. And Eastman is where I claim as my childhood home. I joined 4-H most likely to get out of going to English class, to be a part of something that was new. But immediately our county agent talked to us about Project Achieve, gave us this list of projects and told us how we could go to a place called Rock Eagle and go on a trip. It was probably years later when I would look back and reflect on the time when my county extension agent, Larry Wilson, came to my house and said, "Bo, you need a second project." And what was so significant about it as I look back is that this University of Georgia faculty member cared enough about a kid, that I was on his mind, and that a project for me was something that was on his list of things to do. And that's what 4-H is all about.
He would always remember the main thing that he wanted to do is to help the boys and girls and help them to learn and help them to be good and be there for them. And he wanted to, like I say, raise money to help build some new cabins at Rock Eagle. He loved Rock Eagle.
I was a senior 4-H'er, graduated in June. The next Monday I went to work as a 4-H program assistant. And then I went to the University of Georgia and continued as a program assistant. And then I was a camp counselor and a program assistant and a camp counselor and a program assistant, camp counselor, program assistant, and then a county agent. It was seamless from the time I was a 4-H'er to the time I became a county extension agent.
Bo Ryles and I met in July of 1972. We were going to Citizenship Washington short course, I believe is what they called it back in those days. And I learned that he was a preacher's kid. And I thought, wow, either he's going to be a nerd or a little, hellion, to be honest with you. It turned out he was a pretty normal guy. And we've had a long friendship ever since then.
I was a 5th grader in Mrs. Bell's class at St. Joseph's Elementary School, and we had 4-H. And along with our 4-H agents, we had this really excited young program assistant who was a college student, who was Bo. What he did was create in young people and in adults a belief and a love for 4-H.
I went to Thompson, Georgia, to McDuffie County, is where I first started as a county extension agent. I was only there 13 months, but it was a great 13 months. The reason I was only there 13 months is Clarke County came open and Athens was calling me home. But when the opportunity came to apply for state 4-H leader, I had great encouragement and was successful in becoming the state 4-H leader of Georgia. I didn't know what I was doing. It's a huge job, huge responsibilities, and frankly, I thought I knew a lot, but I learned very quickly how much I needed to still learn.
I think the thing that has helped me, or the thing that I have learned from Bo, is probably tolerance, and let's wait before we jump to a conclusion on what's right or wrong or how we can change a situation.
Bo has the incredible ability of making anyone feel like anything they're doing is possible. He believes in people, he makes you feel like it can happen, and because of that, we've all reaped the rewards in 4-H.
I think Bo brings out the best in people. I think he challenges people, and I think people are able to achieve more than they ever thought they could achieve, and he motivates them, and he makes them believe in themselves.
I just knew from day one that this man was very special and that he just had charisma and character that would light up a room. And everybody flocked to him, and he was just able to enrich everybody's life. Everybody who crossed his path, he gave them an encouraging word, he gave them a smile.
He is so fun-loving, and I think that is the lens with which he sees the world, which is fun and full of gratitude. There was always a sense of fun that was happening, and even though it was important to get it right and important to do it well, it was also important to have fun while you were doing it, and I think that's a wonderful lesson that he teaches and has taught me.
Over the course of the years, we had a lot of good things happen, because every year brought new challenges and new opportunities, new people, new ways that we could do things, new programs that we could try. And that was an incredible run and a job that I enjoyed so much as time went on. Clovers and Company is an idea that became a reality, that became a big thing. We established it. I think Bill would say when it was established, it was looked at to be a public relations tool, but we soon learned it was an incredible youth development program in itself. And we're now seeing that those individuals that came out of that experience, Clovers and Company, I think, probably helped them stay in 4-H. And now they're all over the nation, and they're going to have nationwide impact on what 4-H is. Jennifer Nettles is the national spokesperson of 4-H. What will happen across the nation and around the world can be directly tied back to the fact of we had Clovers and Company and gave that young lady and others the way to grow.
He was so instrumental in really who I am today as a musician because of the time that we got to spend together in Clovers and Company. I think he changed a lot of lives and continues to with that program.
Another piece that's not as easy to put your arms around, but the impact of it I see very much every day now, is during my career, we learned how to better steward public dollars. We learned how to better articulate who we are, what we are, and why we need public funding.
Probably one of his greatest contributions to the Georgia 4-H program is the fact that during his tenure, and particularly in his last 5 or 6 years as state leader, he certainly was able to elevate the Georgia 4-H program to national prominence because of his character and his charisma, his communication skills. He was able to let the rest of the nation understand just how great Georgia 4-H was. When he stepped down as state 4-H leader in 2009, without a doubt, he was recognized as the best state 4-H leader in the United States.
I think the recognition that Bo has received nationally is a reflection of the 4-H program in Georgia. That recognition didn't come because of a failing program. It came because of an outstanding program that was built and continues to be built today in Georgia as 4-H leads the nation. And Bo was a huge part of this. And from the time he was a counselor, as he came up through the ranks of the Extension Service and then became the 4-H state leader, he's always been all in. And if you want to talk about something with Bo, you can talk to him, but it's not long before it gets back to 4-H.
Programs, facilities, they're important. They sustain us for the future, and I'm so proud to be a part of those things. But the thing I'm most proud of is that I was able to be there and be a part of a young person's life as they became a successful adult. And that's what I would encourage any county extension agent, anybody working with 4-H to do, is make sure that every day you're going to work knowing that what I do right now has a long-term ramification.
He was the pebble in the pond that just sent that out, and it continues to grow every day, and that means so much more than anything else that he could have done because it goes on long after he no longer is officially that leader.
I think the fact that I saw him not only adding value to my life and to other people's life, that really showed me the importance of me paying it forward and doing that same thing for other people, and just hoping that I can be a Dr. Bo in somebody else's life.
At the end of the day, what is most important is that you can reflect on that day and say that because of what I did, this world is a better place. And to narrow that down, this organization is in better shape. Or to narrow that down, this young person is better off because of what I did today.